the wheel, keep it steady. When the lights go out, are you ready? Ready? Grab the wheel, it gets heavy. When the lights go out, are you ready? Are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady, keep it steady. When the lights go out, are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady. I plan for the worst, it's the gift and the curse. My lights are so bright like Sunday in church. On the field of the court, I was given a word. Of course, losing it hurts, but what is it really worth? When your lights go, you better take from the game like lipo. So when they cut the lights out, you can still blow. On your mark, are you ready? Get set, go. Now you know when your lights go out. Are you ready? Are you ready? Have the wheel, keep it steady, keep it steady. When your lights go out, are you ready? Got the wheel, keep it steady, yeah. When your lights go out, are you ready? Let them know we do more than just play ball, baby. We do it all. Right? For the open doors, baby. When the lights go out, you better know we turn them back on, huh? Let's go. What's up, Mike Glenn? What's up, Big Take? Swanee Gibson, happy belated birthday, my brother.
Swan G.
When the lights go out, episode number 14.
14, dog.
What's up, my brother?
Brother, we
back. 14.
We back, man. We made it.
They didn't kick us off. We didn't get banned. We here. We excited.
Brother.
Another week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, blessing to everybody who continues to follow When the Lights Go Out every Thursday, 8 p.m. Facebook, YouTube, make results, not excuses. We honored, man. We blessed, we thankful. All of those good words.
Yes, indeed.
But we got a dope show. I'm hoping to go down how it's supposed to, people. You know what I'm saying? We doing this. I ain't send nobody no money or nothing, so I'm hoping they come through like we supposed to. He said, I'm here. I'm not missing this one. Thanks, Corey. I appreciate it. That's one of my old friends. Toy, what's up? Appreciate you checking in all the way from the other side of the country. So that's what's up, man.
Man.
What's up with you, my brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You just, hey, listen, man. You know, just dealing with the kids. These kids, man, out here, we saving lives, man. But enough with me, man. How you doing? You done a lot, Malcolm. Malcolm Farrakhan here, y'all. Listen,
Farrakhan.
He's always we gonna give him his props. He's always giving everybody else props, but this brother not only come home for a couple weeks, man, and just a short period of time. The work and the movement that he has created here in our neighborhood, man, is tremendous. It's big, man. So I take my hat off to you, brother, and and to all the people that joined the movement and got things going on down at the park, man. I'm sure he showed y'all. If you check him out on Facebook, Delrico Fletcher Senior, he posted pictures of before and after, man, of what the work that they put on at the park, man. It's big, bro. So listen, man. Hey, follow suit. If you got a neighborhood that needs some help, yo, you can do it too. If he can do it, you can do it, man. So
Listen, I'll say this, man. These last few weeks have been humbling.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really humbling. Show that a lot of people care. A lot of people want change. Like I always say, man, I'm not doing it for recognition. There's a few people who wanted to say, we gonna call the news and get news cameras out there, but that's not what it's about. I could care less about news coverage.
Right.
What I care about is today I went to the court and it was filled with young people out there hooping, which was dope, man. Which was really, 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 really dope, man. So shout out to everybody who came through over the past few weeks and gave their time, man, and showed they care. It's super important. I was touched. I'm humbled, but we still not done. So, like I said up on the post, if you free Saturday and you got time, I don't care if you got 15 minutes. If you got tools, if you got equipment, you got energy, good ideas, come on out. 12 o'clock.
If he don't say it, I'll say it. Listen, even if you can't get there, listen. You see the donations. You see how you can donate. Donate, man.
What's the brother who just sent us?
Oh, shout outs to Brett Lube. Brett Lube with a $75 donation. to the movement for Del Rico and you know, the people down there in Rankin, man, is trying to you know, build something, create something, make it something even better, man. So shout out to Brett Lube, man, with the $75 donation.
Yeah, and what's crazy is a lot of guys that
he didn't even grow up in Swissvale. I mean, he didn't even grow up in Rankin. He grew up in Swissvale. So it don't matter, man. We all share the same blood, white or black, man.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who would be considered people who didn't treat the neighborhood as well as we probably should, and they came out and they donated their time and their energy and their effort. So salute to everybody that's done that. But listen, we ain't gonna hold you no longer. We got one guest behind the scenes already ready. Everybody seen the flyers and the post. The first one that went up was with Calvin Murphy. Calvin, and you know, it says superheroes are real people. And I really meant that. Like, you know, sometimes the work you do, if you work with young people, you work in the community, it gets overlooked.
Right.
You don't get a lot of shine and a lot of spotlight. And so with this platform, we're going to expand it to a lot more than just sports. We're going to have people who are connected, who can possibly uplift everybody who's out there and watching the show. But this brother first, who we're going to introduce, he's just been an amazing brother. He's been a mentor to me. When I call him, when he seen me post a picture, he was the first one to call me and say, I'm there. And if you in Pittsburgh, you know this brother is a real superhero. And that's what I mean by superheroes are real living, breathing people who walk the same way you walk, get dressed just like you do. It's not no TV stuff where somebody flying and all that. No, it's somebody who shows up when you least expect it, when you at your most vulnerable, when you hurting and you need healing and help. This brother is amazing. So without further ado, when the lights go out, please help me welcome my big brother, Marcus' big brother, Mr. CoachCal Calvin Murphy, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Coach?
Yeah, you. Good to see y'all, man.
Nice seeing you too, man.
Listen, man. Listen, we honored, we appreciative that you on with us. We thankful. There's a whole bunch of words I could say and keep going, and it'll be all day. We'll be here all day. Won't even be able to ask you no questions, man. So
hold up. These last 2 weeks have been good, but let me say this. I say this all the time about consistency in this city, man. I drove by Frick Park last week, and to see Mark out there with that many boys, like all I could sit there and say was little bro. That's all I sat there. I sat there and started smiling, walked over there. And what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of these young men have real interesting past. You know, either it's abandonment or some type of trauma or something. So to see him out there and see emotional disturbances in some of the young men that wanted to walk away and some of the ones that didn't have sportsmanship, to see this man just sit there with words, not anger, not fire, but to sit there with words and say, give me a minute, let me talk to you, you know, but we're going to do this right now, you know, as a mentor. He didn't yell. He didn't put him down. He didn't call him a little girl or say, go on, you ain't playing no more. He said, let me talk to you. He said, the rest of y'all keep doing what you're doing and let me talk to you. And I can't say this enough. And then let's go to my man Flesh. I'm sitting there, man, to see this, to see your excitement, to see kids getting excited again, man. One basketball court in the community that all council people just matter that these kids were not a hockey village based. It didn't matter. They don't have anywhere to go. There was not anything about that community. And this man comes from Philly and walks over there pissed off like it was his backyard and the landscaper did a bad job or didn't do it at all and said, let's get this cleaned up. Man, I'm giving y'all flowers now, man. This is y'all show, but my admiration for the two of y'all, man, just for years now. For years. And I've known both of y'all since y'all was babies, man. Just to see where y'all come from and humble beginnings, I got nothing but admiration. So congrats on this show. And I hope it keeps up. I'm watching y'all. I'm a call away.
Man, listen, it was a blessing because Fletch hit me up and said, out of the blue. I mean, we talk every day, but he was like, "Where you at, bro?" And I said, "I'm at Frick Park." He said, "What you doing?" I said, "I got the boys up here. We just playing some football." He said, "Give me 10 minutes. I'll be there." So, I didn't think anything. I started going back to work and we playing ball. 10 minutes later, I hear, "Look at him on the field. Young man, you got to catch the ball. You got to go out." I'm like, here you go. He's in. He's in. You know what I mean? And then it wasn't even 10 minutes later after that, man, I just hear footsteps come up behind me, and you got a bag, 2 big bags full of Gatorade, and you actually had you had it down to the T, man. The same, I mean, the amount was perfect. Everybody got a Gatorade. Everybody's happy, man, and you guys didn't ask for anything, man. It was just like that, man. So both of you guys, I looked up to both of you guys growing up in Cal.
Yeah.
You were like, I mean, you touched our lives so in so many different areas, man. I remember being up Collingwood and seeing you pull up, and you always was dressed nice. And to take it to the streets, you always dressed nice, but you always had a pretty girl with you, pretty woman. And I should be like, as a little kid, dude get out, he's dressed nice, he's articulate, he knows how to talk, everybody loving him, everybody dapping him up. And I'm like, man, this dude got out the ride with the prettiest woman, what you had, a Saab back in the day? Was it a Saab? I'm trying to think what kind of car you had.
I always had either Audis or Volkswagens.
Audi. That's what it was. I knew it was something different. It was an Audi. You had a bad, I almost cussed, a bad Audi, but you always had something positive to say to the fellas, man. So I love you to death, man, and I appreciate all that you've done for us. And like Flesh said, you're a superhero, man. Anytime anything bad happened in the neighborhood, in the community, with boys getting murdered, you always were there, man. And I remember I'm behind the cameras and stuff. You were always in the background talking to the families and stuff, and always calling and asking how you could help, man. So it's just, we love you, man. You're a blessing to 412 for sure, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Now listen, man. Like I was lucky enough over the past week. A lot of people have been calling me, asking me to come speak to their young people, and Swissvale Braddock Association. They called me over to speak to their kids, Sam Timbers, Dante Jeter.
2 legends.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 people that I got a lot of respect for. And what I talked about is the same reason why I named this show Superheroes Are Real People, because if you're a kid and you really could dream and think of some of the stuff you would be able to do, I mean, you'd be like, I could fly, I could disappear, I could do all these kind of things. And just having that imagination, just having that, nothing distracting you from just dreaming big. So I talked to him about just not being average. And, it's a shameless plug for my homeboy, Chaz Turner, but, just talk about being great and tapping into that greatness. And, I thought about the basketball court when I was a young kid, and like if I was walking from the Palisades, I couldn't even see the court. So now it's something blocking me from even getting to the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so overgrown. It's just a barrier. So I knew, and this is where I got it from. You look good, you feel good, you play good. But back in the day, we all know, we watched Lean on Me. Joe Clark, the first thing he did was he started to clean the place up.
He did.
He started to. Joe Clark came through and started.
That's my man.
Joe Clark came through. Come on, man. I'm not Joe Clark.
Hey, you Joe Clark
man. Think about Mr. Clark.
He got the fire department, man, in the borough. You got Code 10.
Names off the doors, man.
Yeah.
But I just know, like Mark said about you used to come through and be fly, man. Right. So I knew, like, dressing things up give you a certain feeling about yourself. You start to feel good about yourself. I knew the first time I put a suit on, boy, I ain't want to take the thing off, man. And we know a lot of times our people, the only time they put a suit on is when they getting buried.
Listen,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or court.
Listen.
Yep.
So to see brothers like Cal come through, yeah, you look good, you feel good, you
cleaner
play
than
good,
the Board of Health, baby.
And that goes for everything, man. If you're going on a job interview, you know what I'm saying? You know when you feel right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't this everything fits perfectly. You ain't tugging at your shirt. The shoes ain't tight. You know what I'm saying? It just all flows well, so you don't have to think about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with me coming home, it was just about cool real, get the chains off the door. So it was just about, you know, giving it a new feel, man. Revamping it, man. Just showing people showing somebody that the people do care, man. So you know, that's all it was about. But shout out to Joe Clark, man, because Joe Clark was the man. He was the man. But hey, Cal, listen, man. Like, oh shoot,
what happened?
No.
What you done?
I don't know what I just did. Oh no.
We're gonna get it back. Don't sweat it.
Oh no.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm still here.
Oh, here. Still here.
We can't see. We
thought we went straight.
No, I'm still here.
Out, man. So I really just wanted to ask, like, where does that come from, Cal? You giving yourself that much to the community when you know you don't get paid your worth. You don't get anything that you really worth, man. So where does that come from? That just giving yourself and being selfless.
Let's say this. We didn't see that too much coming up. We didn't see many men. We didn't see a lot of things. I think all through my younger years, that selfishness was there. It was, you know, it was going out, it was partying, it was everything else. Right. And then you start seeing your boys go away to prison. You know, you start seeing more and more funerals, and then at some point you start seeing all their kids being left behind, you know, and their girls being left behind. And that's the change. You know, it's what can you do to help those kids left behind and those families left behind? And then it just turned into something else. It turned into a lot more.
You know,
Sorry, people, give us 1 second.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I hear y'all.
Yeah, he said he can hear. You can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Yeah, sorry about that. We getting feedback from all kind of places, man. Don't really know what's happening, but we're gonna work our way through it. But what I was saying, Coach, is that, you know, I was very blessed to have people like you, Sam Timbers, Mr. Beasley's, Mr. Brown's, just Mr. Larry, to where all of your experiences, you were able to pass it on to me. And I really, really took to a lot of it to put in my tool bag to be able to just learn and get more knowledge, and then ultimately be in a position that you're in to where we could give back to the community, the youth, that kind of thing. So, you know, I don't want to dismiss all the help that I've gotten, because it's been a lot, and there's been a lot of guys and men who have modeled a lot of great behavior for us. Now we obviously got, you know, some that don't do it as well as others, but I've been very blessed, man, and very lucky that I've had people like you. So when people, you know, they might see you on the flyer, and then hopefully we get LeVar to come on shortly. Like, how do that match up? But to me, it's just being superheroes, man. It's just being people who put on capes in different ways. Like, I played against LeVar, and he was unbelievable, like unreal. And when I look over at you, it's like, Cal is unbelievable. The stuff he does is unreal. You got to have a certain light to do and go to some of the places that you do go to, man. So what the heck? I just hit the comment. So it's like it's just amazing, bro. And I'm humble. I'm thankful that you are in my life. Sorry to everybody. We was having a little technical difficulties, man. We don't know what's going on.
We got a ghost here.
Yeah, man. We start talking powerful, Cal. They want to go ahead and censor you, brother.
That's it.
But yeah, I'm thankful, Cal, man, and to everybody out there who's really giving themselves. I seen people out in Brighton Heights today, man. Had young people out, man, cleaning up the community, helping older women. Yeah, so it can really just start from a picture. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a productive summer in Allegheny County. Like, they're really getting a lot of kids active, man, and that's something I ain't seen in a long time. Now right. We go to here's a discussion that you have, though. You got a lot of productive groups, but then you got a lot of unproductive groups. So the other conversation we got to have is what's unproductive. Are some of these cats that you putting in the lives of these boys, are they planting the right seeds? You know, what are they seeing? Because these boys are going to do what they see. So if you're spending time with them, they're going to love that time you're spending with them. But what are the conversations that they're hearing from you? You know, what does your life look like? You know, and that's the part that, for me, I had somebody grab me one time, and that's the first thing he said. He said, you can't live two lives, especially when you work with kids. You can't have one foot in the street and one foot in the schools. And when I got that message and understood that, you know, the kids love to see me out doing all the negative stuff during the day or in the evening, and then they see me in the school and be like, you was out with my mom last night. She told me you was doing this and you was doing that. That didn't make me feel good, man. Some cats can live with that. But I needed to change those aspects of my life. And it's not saying you got to be perfect, but there's something about you that got to say, I don't want kids living the life that I live. I don't want it to be as hard for them as it was for me. And that's what we're missing right now.
Now, listen, I first, you know, little switch of the subject, because I don't want to forget. I was out earlier today and we talk about community and that kind of thing and family. It's my sister's 26th birthday. So
happy birthday.
I wanted to shout out to her and my cousin Sean, because, you know, my mom posted, you know, you come from a sturdy family. So family means a lot. And sometimes when we get caught up with, you know, doing things for other people, sometimes our people take a back seat to what we're doing out here in the community. And we try not to, and you try to take mental breaks and things like that for yourself and make sure you're taking care of you and your family. But it's a thin line, man. It's a you know, real thing to kind of tightrope and walk and juggle to make sure that, you know, you give in what you can to the community, but you also leaving some for your family so that, you know, your young people aren't feeling neglected and family members, that kind of thing. So, you know, and talking to you, you've always put your family first. You know what I'm saying? Always, you know, had them right there. Yeah, yes. Can you type it? Yes. And I've always admired that. I've always respected that. And I'm big on emulating. I'm big on watching. So I'll sit back and watch and then say, all right, those are some things that I want to copy. You know what I'm saying? Because people can say whatever you want. they can use big words and manipulate it and have you thinking that, okay, they're one way. But when you really sit back and you watch people, because we could tell people, we sat back and watched people who work at the borough and seen what they did and wonder why Rankin looks the way it does. Because we followed a couple people, man. So when they say, yeah, we out here doing work, we out here getting it done. But when we say, okay, you're getting it done, but we followed you for 3 hours and we watched you park in the car and then drive around the corner and go sit over here and do nothing. But then you telling us you work. Come on, man. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Your actions don't match up to how high the grass is around here, man.
That's
like,
all.
We live in the jungle, but you telling me you working, man.
And there's 365 days in a year, so you got plenty of time to do something.
Yeah, man. So listen, they don't understand. Listen, you are a very intelligent brother, man. And along with that, a lot of times, what I've also emulated is the fearlessness part of it, to where if it has to be done, it has to be done, no matter what it is, where it's at.
Yep.
But I did get some good advice this week for you and I both, that said, when the lion's coming, when the young lion's coming, the old lions know that the young lion is coming. They know you up on that hill. So we didn't have to throw anybody under the bus. We didn't have to do anybody bad, because that was my first post. I said it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? I blame myself first. But when they seen us coming, they can hear us coming. They know we coming. And to be honest, not really asking any questions about it either. Just really just in the trenches trying to get it done.
Right.
Just get it done. Yeah.
It's if we sat back any longer, then who are we?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? We just repeating the same cycle. So it was just like you said, I was pissed off when I took the picture. No doubt about it. And then it turned into fuel. And now I don't know when I'm stopping. And I'm gonna just keep asking and demanding that people come out and help. So that's what we at with it.
Like that, man. A whole city of I'm gonna sit back and wait on somebody else to do it. And then the ones that don't do it, the ones in power that don't do it, nobody want to offend them. You know what I mean? Everybody want to just let them do what they want to do because they don't want to offend them. They still want that friend. So I appreciate you.
Right, yeah, nah, Cal, I hear you. We was trying to fix behind the scenes, man. Sorry about that, people. We definitely apologize. We trying to make sure this thing goes right, because when it's an internet connection, ain't no telling what can happen, man. So
we good.
Let me go look and see it. So listen, every Thursday when the lights go out, we got a brother, Coach Calvin Murphy, in the building. Just a superhero, with no cape on, man. If you had any interaction with him, if you had him show up in your community, in your neighborhood, you know how serious he is. It's funny because I had to go through a whole bunch of pictures just to get that half a smile on the flyer.
Yeah. Hey, Cal, tell us, what you got going on now, man? Give us some insight on what you got going on now, man, and what you doing.
I can tell you, my everyday job is community and family advocate. So I'm one of the ones that I get resources for victims of crimes, whether it be homicides, domestic abuse, any type of victim crime, victims, any type of violent crime. So that's what I do. But I still get calls from juvenile probation people, reaching out to me about resources for kids. And that's why I post so much on Facebook. I get a lot of calls for resources. So I got a lot of contacts and I use them.
Yeah, so hopefully our second guest, bro. So hopefully, Coach, our second guest will come in, and then we can see how I was going to really make this connection between between how we was gonna make this thing work. But listen, I appreciate everybody checking in, viewing us on the YouTube side at Make Results, Not Excuses. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody. We got some things in the works going on down in Rankin. We were trying to, Coach Cal and I were talking about doing an adult kickball game to kind of get as many adults in one location as possible to really get them to understand where we're trying to go with this and the ideas that they may have in their head that they've been holding on to and kind of implement it. There's money out here. There's resources out here. There's no way that we shouldn't have some of that going on in our neighborhood that we live in. So, we've reached out to a lot of people. I want to thank everybody who's donated. We will be having new basketball rims at the Rankin Field because of Mr. Derek Nelson and another brother. Like I mentioned him last week. I don't know if I'm supposed to say his name, but Derek Nelson and the other brother for coming through, and we'll be able to replace the rims. We're going to get it painted over the next couple of days. So we got some things in the works. We're going to get it cut as well and hopefully pay some young people to actually learn how to do the whole cutting grass process and that kind of thing so that we can start doing one-on-ones and 7-on-7s down at the field, so that there's another outlet and there's another option. Listen, that's not the only ones because we're not going to stop there. Obviously, we got people who we know, Cal, Eric, who do financial things, and we're going to also offer that so that young kids are way more hip to or knowledgeable about financial literacy than we were, than these schools ever will teach you. So we're going to have some people and bring them in so that our kids can hear what's necessary, not what some school is telling you to go out here and do. No, they teaching you to go work the same thing, go work the same job, go work, punch that clock, when a lot of our people have a lot of ideas that can be used to start your own businesses.
Yeah, they're teaching you discipline. They're not teaching you to think. So you get a discipline in school. You don't get taught how to think on your own outside the box, and that's how they go through school.
Yeah, right. Let me answer Dave Tate's question. Says looks like you're moving back, huh? Dave Tate, sorry, brother, that's not happening. that's not happening. Coach Cal be mad at me, man.
No, he said no.
Yeah, Coach Cal be mad at me, man. So I would love to, but the reality is it's not gonna happen, man. But Pittsburgh is not too far from where I'm at, so the going back and forth, thing, it's an option. Right now, I'm not gonna put a timetable on it. I'm here just to do what's necessary, man. I'm here to do what's necessary, man. And what's necessary right now is first starting off where we at and continue to just have a snowball effect so that we can just build off of it and continue to do more. Because I don't want to go out here and start this and clean up the court and then it's just nothing. We just leave it at that. No, that would be.
Here's the thing I hope happens from this, Fletch.
That would be.
That somebody's following you. I hope that one of these young cats are looking at you and saying, if he leaves, I'm going to pick it up.
Right. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. when the lights go out, man. Check us out. Make Results, Not Excuses. Marcus Berkeley's Facebook page, my Facebook page. We're very humble. We're very thankful that we do have as many guests as we do and watchers and followers and people tuning in. And we're just going to continue to build on this platform. We got a lot of things that we want to bring you. And like I said, hopefully in the next few minutes, we have our guy check in with us because I don't want to make the flyer and then everybody be like, man, Fletch, you lied to us, man. But nah, people got lives, man. People are doing a lot of stuff, man. So hold on. Let's see. Hold on. No, she would have brought him in. Hit it. Yeah. You hear us, Cal?
Cal, can you hear us?
Nope.
Can y'all? Hey, we going sound check. Can y'all hear us? Cal's frozen.
Yeah, they keep. I don't know. Cal is frozen. Yeah, go to the comments. Sorry, everybody. We probably gonna have to log out and log back in. Yeah, see, they send the sounds going.
I can. Oh, okay. Danielle says she can hear us. Okay.
Oh,
sounds
she can
good.
hear us. Okay, sounds good.
All right. Sorry, we just apologize for this little. There we go.
No, that's Coach Cal.
Cal, can you hear us?
Oh man.
Yeah, what y'all got a hamster? Y'all got a hamster in the wheel?
Nah, bro. You know what? To be honest,
As soon as you start talking all that talk, man, they go ahead and click us off, man. You can't be doing that,
bro. Listen, we was over here biting our nails, like, what's going on?
As soon as we come on, man.
Oh.
Mr. LeVar Arrington, what's up, my brother?
What's going on, bro? I just finished practice, so my apologies.
No. Listen, brother, you must have been the good luck because they've been messing with the sound since we've been on, man.
Right.
Okay.
But listen, brother, first of all, I want to say thank you, bro. No, from the bottom of my heart, you know what I'm saying? I got a deep love and respect for you, man. So I just want to say we appreciate you taking a little time to come on and speak with us, man. So
come on, man.
Yeah.
Stop that. We go back like four flats on a Cadillac.
Oh man, we good, man. Listen, I tell people, man, because a lot of people seen the flyer today, and that's one of my mentors. VAR his name's Coach Cal. He's out in Pittsburgh doing amazing things, VAR, with the young people. So I the flyer was meant for superheroes, and since I was 14, bro, I watched you, and you used to do some superhero stuff. So it's like Coach Cal, man. He's in the streets, working with young people, doing superhero stuff.
Very nice. Wow. Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, the connections. Yeah. But listen, boy, everybody been waiting for you, man. Bro. How you been, brother?
I've been well, man. You was the superhero. I mean, I hope their memory serves them correctly, because, man, bro, we was banging together for a long time. Future stars, all kinds of different things. So it wasn't just, people may not remember or realize that it was, we played football, but basketball. We were hoopers too. You know what I mean? So, back when you actually didn't specialize in everything that you were doing, you actually played sports. You ran track, you played football, stuff like that. So, you played basketball. Those were, that's what you did, and that's how you proved that you was worthy as an athlete. Let me tell you something. Heck, I had 2 losses my senior year. It was against the team that, y'all was whooping. Right. It was because of you. You know what I mean? Like, we couldn't beat North Allegheny. For whatever it was worth, we couldn't figure out a way to beat North Allegheny. Y'all beat North Allegheny. You know what I mean? And a lot of that was because of you and Medee. And I mean, all Medee had to do was put it up.
Just throw it up, baby. I'll go get it.
Just throw it up. Rico gonna always be open, man. So, but it's good, man. Life is good. I'm out here. We just left football practice. I know it might be a little bright. I apologize if it's bright, but
no, you good, bro.
Yeah, it's I just make sure I spend the bulk of my time, pretty much anything outside of what I'm doing in media wise. I was about to say Rico. They over here clowning me every time I mess up saying something, because I do speak for a living. So anytime I'm not doing media, I'm always with these knuckleheads, making sure that they getting things done and getting things right. So life is good, man.
Now that's good stuff, man. Like, you've always been a leader of men, leader of young people. I wanted to, because I got you on, I just wanted to share a quick Big 33 story with everybody. So we were in the dining hall, and it was our first time getting to see the Ohio team. It was the first time getting to see the Pennsylvania team. And so I was in the back of the cab waiting on the Ohio guys, getting a look at them, seeing who's going to come through. And so they all filling. Now it's starting to fill up. And now the Ohio guys are like, well, where's LeVar? Who's LeVar? Let's see LeVar. And VAR comes from around the corner with these shorts on, with the leg muscles popping. He got the cut-off shirt. He every bit of 6'4", 240. He looked like he just came out of baby oil bath. He got the flip-flops on. Like they've never and I've known him for a long time, so they never seen a man like this. So it was just so funny to watch other kids our age react to a guy that we've been playing against forever. And I'm like, yo, there's levels to this. Yeah, VAR is different with this, man. So it was always, that stuck in my head. And, you know, we've been at 33, 30 years, 20 years ago. So that's been in my head. Like, I'll never lose that, man. So,
Ron G was
the man.
Out.
Ron
G was, I mean,
woo.
Woo. They're just, you know, my thing is this, that the older I get, you start to realize how much greatness you were around and how much we pushed each other to be, you know, what we ended up becoming.
Right.
Like everybody was gifted. Everybody had that it factor. You know, it was at least 2 or 3 on every team. And it's crazy because we all intersected in some way, somehow we played basketball together.
Right.
You know, because Ron G was a future star dude too.
Yes, he was.
You know what I mean? So it's like we either ended up on some type of traveling team together or whatever it may be, but we all ended up hooping together. And, you know, my memories from the
yeah, he's driving. That's why. Sorry, people. We're gonna get him to come back on, man. You see, he driving, man. Yeah. When you a big dog out there, man, we got to get you on the move, man. So sorry. We're gonna hopefully we bring him back on. But listen, man, that brother, he pushed, and if you were in that area, you know how good he was and how hard we worked to try to
make it back in.
Yeah, come on back in, brother.
All right, I don't know what part I went out on, but I'll say this: them West PA boys, we always been different, man. Like that. There was some dope dudes from the other side of the state that were there,
right?
But it just wasn't. It wasn't the same.
They had a
It wasn't the same. Like
I'll tell you this, VAR. The only one, because he kicked my butt in that state championship. I had a lot of respect for Dan Ellis, man.
Dan Ellis.
Ellis was tough.
I had a lot of respect for him because, I mean, I watched the quarterback go take the snap on offense, but then play linebacker on defense. So I'm like, yeah, this dude he built a little different. And then when I had to block him, I said, oh yeah, this country boy different.
He could do it.
He can play, but
I couldn't believe y'all didn't bring it back, man.
Listen, their coach said something that was profound. He said, I don't see Brandon Short on a sideline. I'm not worried. So, yeah, that makes sense, man. So, but
y'all had offense, though.
Y'all
had a big line, and y'all had offense.
Yeah, we had.
I just didn't understand how y'all let that get away from y'all that year. Y'all was supposed to complete it. It was supposed to be Woodland Hill. Well, North Hill set it off.
Right.
That was mine.
Then McKee's school.
Then B Short and them got theirs. That was theirs.
Then
Penn Hills and then Ron G and them got theirs. Y'all was supposed to get it.
We blew it, man. We went all the way out there and blew it and got we didn't blow it. We got hammered. But I'll tell you that
they had Arlen on that team too, didn't they?
Yeah, and he went crazy on us too.
That 200-something yards.
He went crazy on us. It was all the second quarter. They scored 27 unanswered in the second. It was over.
Yeah, man.
We fumbled the kickoff.
We tried to get whooped too. You know what I mean? Like we were losing all the way up until the last play of the game, and then we went for 2 points. We did a 2-point conversion in the state championship game on the final drive. We did a 2-point conversion to win the game, but we had Eric Kasparovich, so
Yeah,
you know,
he was different.
He was different, man.
Yeah, we was gonna get it done.
Now listen, I'll bring people back to when I was in 9th grade, and we went undefeated in 9th grade. You know, West Junior High and East Junior High had just mixed, but it was the first time because they didn't have that many players at East Junior High. Most of the players got West, but the players that did come from East were beasts. And I just remember, and I'm like, how good do I gotta be? Because he was in the 9th grade too, and he started hell back for the varsity. This dude is amazing. So you always was my fuel to the fire, man. Like you always set the bar so high that like I want to be. And I always used to say, if I'm mentioned with LeVar and Ron, I'm good. If you're gonna put me in a paper and say Delrigo Fletcher next to LeVar and Ron Graham, I'm like, I must be doing something pretty good, man. So from me to you always was that little bit of inspiration to try to be better, do better, work harder, because I didn't know you, so I didn't know how hard you worked. I'm like, man, maybe he just gifted, but nah, you took the gifts and you put it to work, man. So,
that 9th grade game.
Salute, man.
That 9th grade, you played against Willow Hill. You played against Willow Hill in the 9th grade year when he caught that swing pass.
Yeah,
he caught that swing pass on Willow Hills and took it down the sideline, man. I'll never forget. My dad said, he's the next big one. And sure enough, to me, like I was telling Fletch, I said, to me, I think you're the best to ever come out of here, man. So it's a blessing to not only talk to you and
I appreciate that.
You're the best, man, for sure.
And there ain't even no discussion.
I appreciate
you got the GOAT, man. The GOAT, man. There ain't even no discussions. If they bring up another name, they lying. Hey, Coach Cal, listen, man. Hey, Coach, if they bring up another name, they lying, man. They lie. He had $4 grand at running back.
I'm not without y'all, bro. It ain't what it is if we ain't do it all together, for certain. So I appreciate the love that you showed me. And, I mean, as far as you, Reed, that's, we just go back, man. And we was always the ones, we always challenged each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's where greatness comes from. Iron sharpens iron. If you ain't got somebody else that's being great with you, then you're not, it don't work out the way that it's supposed to. You never do it alone. Greatness doesn't have. Now, that work that you're talking about, that's a lonely place.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lonely place. That work is lonely, like that road work, that whatever it is you're doing that you're trying to get better on. But, we was coming up during the time that Mike Tyson was out. And I just recalled every time Mike Tyson fought, my dad would record it on the VHS cassette. And it was like the 24/7 before 24/7 with Floyd. Like, it was like, that's the original, like, follow the fight up to the fight type programming. Right. And I just remember Mike always saying, like, they were like, Mike, why do you get up at odd times to work out? Like, why are you running at 4 a.m? Why are you exercising? Why are you sparring? Why are you working out at these hours? And he always said, because my opponents are asleep. And if they sleeping, then I'm out here, I'm working, and I'm getting a hit, and I'm getting a competitive advantage. And that's what I did. And I always felt like those moments, it felt corny. Like, it's funny because when the results come back, it's like, man, like, I really did accomplish a lot, but it's like after the fact, while you in it, it kind of feel kind of corny. You know what I mean? Like, I'm up at like 3 a.m, and I just got up and I'm working out. I ran the community. It's like, man, like, this is lonely. I can hear my bones. I can hear my heartbeat. Like, it's kind of like, what am I doing? But I kept doing it. I would get up early. I would do it late. I was working out. I wasn't partying. I wasn't out. I ain't have girls. Girls didn't like me until I started making them. Yeah, I'm saying that y'all didn't like me until I started making some plays. So it wasn't like I was distracted. I wasn't really distracted by too much.
He said I ain't had no distractions.
I ain't had no distractions. And all I could sit there and think about was like pretty dudes like you, like, oh, look at Del Rico. He's bow-legged. He's fast. They looking at Medee. Medee
Yo, boy.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like, they sweating light-skinned dudes. They sweating Ron and all of them. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah, that's the Penn Hills boys.
I was always pretty, man.
I had to get mine, dog.
All right, come on, Var, man. I'm from Woody High. We got some dark-skinned brothers at Woody High, man.
Hey, I just got a tan, man.
Come on, man. He said the bow.
I was out there working.
Hey, bro. He said
when I walk in Century 3, when I walk in Monroeville Mall or Century 3, they going to acknowledge me.
They gonna know me in Monroeville. Listen, man. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. when the lights go out, man. We got two of my favorite people in the world, man. Coach Calvin Murphy, man, and then the great man, the WPIL GOAT, man, LeVar Arrington, checking in with us, man. We appreciate both of you, men. Listen. To be honest, I could probably have a 2-hour show, man, with either one of y'all, man. From where y'all, like, so Var, I'll ask you, and then I'll ask you, Coach. Like, what does it feel like? I know you've been to the highest heights. We was just in here before we got on. We was watching a lot of the Penn State highlights. What you did with Texas A&M was ridiculous, by the way. But how does it feel like when you give back to the youth and then they start blossoming to what you want them to to become or what they want to become? What is that feeling like for you?
Yeah, for me, so people may not know this about me is my family, they about that life. Like, my family about that life now. And one of my cousins, one of my closest cousins was murdered. And he was in Homewood. He spent most of his time behind bars. So a lot of people, the origin and the genesis of why I'm so into helping young guys is I'm always on this quest to save. It started off as saving as many lives as I can. It's kind of evolved into, I just want to develop strong young men. I don't care what color they are. For the longest time, I was so into just like, it's got to be black kids, young black kids, and that serves its purpose because we need strong young black men who understand what that means and can comprehend it. But then I also started realizing and understanding that it's not about limiting myself to only, trying to build strong black men, but really taking the challenge of building young, strong men, because to build young, strong men and not worry about what their race, color, what their creed is, to just focus in on building strong young men, that's the gateway to a better and a brighter future. And so for me, that it became my mission to help as many young men and guide as many young men. So now living out in California, it ain't just white and black. It's very white and black in Pittsburgh. Living out here, I'm dealing with kids that are Mexican, kids that are Polynesian, kids that are Asian. It's like you learn so much about yourself from other cultures and other people, and we all have so many similarities. It just takes a little bit of letting your guard down just long enough to be able to see people for people and not preconceived prejudices or feelings or beliefs about who they are. Just really seeing the goodness in someone and tapping in. being present, being a guide. Because if I can get people to link hand in hand and the color doesn't matter, then that's truly leaving a legacy and leaving a footprint and an imprint on how I live my life.
Yes, it is.
Wow, powerful, Coach. Coach, what's that feeling like for you, Coach, and why you do
it? He just said it, man. It goes across the board for me, and we talked about this before we got on the show. I'm never going to be diamonds and gold, but seeing kids and young people, young males and females get to a point that they didn't think they could. That's my shiny thing. That's my rims on my car. Those are the things that keep me motivated and keep me energized. So it's the same thing, man. Just give as much as you can and share resources and help as many as you can. And that's, like I said, that's my shiny thing.
Wow, man. Listen, we got two powerful men giving game in the way that a lot of us, a lot of young men probably don't hear it, man, and don't see it. I was speaking to some kids, like I said in the beginning of the show, up at a football practice, VAR, and just knowing, like, I was trying to get them to understand, like, I actually was on this same exact field. I wore the same uniform. The difference is, like, I just dreamed huge. I dreamed very big. Like, the biggest dream you could possibly have, that's who I wanted to be. Like Var said, he's following Mike Tyson, one of the best to ever do it. Like, I wanted to be Jerry Rice and Michael Jordan all wrapped up in the one. And like you said, behind the scenes, that work that you have to put in, no matter if it's sports, no matter if it's your career, that work is probably going to be lonely because people don't want to go put in that time and put in that work to be great. A lot of people love to be average, and we got to stop with that. Like, I told the kids, like, no, we're not shooting for average no more. No, C's ain't good enough, man. That's not good enough. So just listening to y'all, man, it made me think about the young kids and myself, and just telling them, like, whatever those, when you go to bed at night, and that bed might be small, it could be tiny. You can have a small room. You could be living in the projects like I did when I was a kid, but that don't stop you from dreaming big and then taking steps towards getting that dream. So
yeah,
just
that's all.
Hearing you, Var and Coach, I know how powerful both of you men are. So that was the reason behind kind of having you both on at the same time, because it's very important for a lot of the people who see us to see black men in different light. There's 4 black men on the screen.
Let me offer this. Let me offer this.
Yes, sir.
Let me offer this, because the word is good that you're giving, and I would urge and challenge those who are assisting and helping with the growth of these young people to take it a step further. Like, one thing I've learned being a coach, because I coach.
Looks like we frozen in Cali. Frozen in Cali. He's about to give some real game.
All right, there we go.
Now.
Telling somebody to be great, telling somebody what you want them to be, don't be average, and all those things that you said. I think the most important lesson I've learned in my journey, what greatness is. You have to show them what not being average is, because otherwise you're assuming that these young people know what greatness is.
Right.
You're assuming that they know what not being average is. Like, we assume that if we say be great, and we keep telling them to be great, be great, be great, it's like, yes, that's dope to say be great, but like, now that there's work that has to be done, what does being great truly mean? Like, what does that represent? And I'll tell you, you said it, Reek, you said it. It's taking those little steps. Like, we seem to think that being great is doing something great that's big. Right. You know what being great is? It's being consistent. Doing the things, doing the little things that are going to make you better, like, every single day. Like, you don't take days off. It's like, just your consistency to wanting to learn, like you're wanting to grow, wanting to expand who you are, and what does that look like? So now you got to challenge them in what that looks like. The quicker you can grow the identity of a young person, the quicker their lives are going to explode and open them up to new opportunities and new thought processes that will lead them to places they could have never dreamed of or imagined of. And I was fortunate enough that my parents, instilled that thought process and that approach in me, where I didn't have to guess what greatness was. I didn't have to guess what not being average was. And I think that to everybody who will hear this or listen to it, it's great to be out in your communities and contribute and tell people to be great. It's better and it's more groundbreaking. It's more impactful and purposeful if you actually can spend enough time with them to show them. Show them, be that example of what greatness is. Give them
We
a
said that earlier.
reference point of what greatness is, something that they can focus in on. That's the big thing. That's the biggest thing that I've learned.
Listen, man. So if you out there, you heard it. You heard what the GOAT said, man. Don't assume. The GOAT said, do not assume, man. If you got to get out there and take off them old loafers, man, and put the cleats on to show them, or you got to dust off the pen and pencil and really show them. That's what we're doing now. We're not assuming. We're going to just make it happen and show them what greatness is. And that's crazy because I won't throw nobody under the bus, but there's somebody who's connected to our school. And I will always ask people, is he showing y'all how to be great? Is he showing you? Because I don't believe he can show you. That's just my personal opinion.
And I'll throw him under the bus.
No, you're not. You are not gonna throw nobody under the bus tonight. We're gonna keep it positive. but like Var said, man, we're not gonna assume anymore. We're gonna go ahead and when we connected with these young people or connected with the community, period, man, and you got information, you got knowledge, man, we just gonna get off our butts and really show people how it's done. Man. So
lead by example.
Definitely leading by example. Listen, every Thursday, 8 p.m. when the lights go out, this is an amazing show. Got Coach Cal Murphy in the building, superhero in the community. The VAR, the GOAT, Arrington. VAR, boy, you was a beast, man. And you got me with chills right now because I'm thinking back to some of the stuff you did on that field, man. And like it was you brother. Yeah, brother. You used to have us up at night at the Woody High. Like, I mean, because do you remember the 300 as a junior? I know you remember the 300 you had as a junior.
I do remember it. I mean, I'm sure that's painful to talk about. I don't want to bring it up.
Hey, he was good. We thought you froze, Var.
Hey, Var. Hey, I ain't shy, man. I give real flowers, man.
Hey, Melvin Cobbs is watching. A couple people watching.
Hey, Var, I give real flowers, man.
Yo.
You had 295, and you dove from about the 7-yard line over one of my homies. Shout out to Daryl Reeves.
DR.
Shout out to DR, man. Yeah, I said I love him to death, man. But Var, what you did, man, you were amazing, brother. And what you're doing now with the young people is even better. Oh, we just lost them, man. But listen, we just want to salute him and thank him for coming on, because obviously he got the young people with him, so
he dropped some bombs too, bro. He dropped some bombs.
And he dropped some gems, man. You know how it is, Coach Cal, man. We've had all kind of men and women on this platform, and the only thing that I ask is, out of the hour of conversation, man, you just drop some nuggets on our people, man, so that people can have something to take back to their kids, to their young people, to their house, whatever it may be. Because none of us are perfect. We all still trying to learn and get better at this thing called life. But on that journey, listen, on that journey, sometimes you got to pay attention to them small things before you get to the championship and hold on to them, man.
Definitely.
Because a lot of times we'll just focus on the end result, and we miss so many good things on the journey, on the road. You know what I'm saying? So, he coming back in. He's coming back in before we wrap it up. But listen, Var, man, we want to thank you, man, for dropping as many gems and nuggets as you have on us, man. I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, brother, love you, man. I watch you. I'm a huge fan. Have always been and will continue to support everything you do. From me and Marcus both, man. When the lights go out, it was created just to give knowledge to people and prepare for life before sports is over. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, football.
Those are wise words, bro.
Yeah, especially football. Football's a violent sport, and you never know when that thing's going to end, man. Troy Aikman didn't think it was going to be over that fast when you hit him. He did.
Homicide.
But it was.
But it was.
It was over.
Hey, but it was.
But it was.
What I want to know is, when you see Troy, what does Troy say to you, boy? When you see Troy out, like when you see Crossing, what's some of the things?
Nah, we're cool. We're cool. Nothing. We don't acknowledge it. We don't even acknowledge it. Like, it's just a respect factor. We say what's up. We don't. Like, like when Reek brought up that 300 yards, like, you see how I had to let the whole thing disconnect. Like, I try not to acknowledge stuff like that, man. Like,
I want to acknowledge because.
Hey, coach, when the smooth assassination takes place, I don't really like talking about the work that I did. You know what I mean?
Tell him.
I don't really like talking about it.
Come on, Var. Hey, Var, stop, man. Now, listen, I have to bring it up because we have arguments and talks about it all the time between all the fellas on the squad. And I try to tell them 285 of them came on the other side.
Damn.
No, but listen, we realists on this show, man.
Listen, man.
And when we go back and click through it, it is what it is, man. It's real.
Best game. I think that's the best game I ever played in. Damn. That's the best game. That's the most productive game I've probably ever had. Was that game.
Damn. That was on. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hey, Var, let me ask you this question, Var. Is it? I used to always, now growing up, I'm 2 years younger than you guys, but I used to always hear, because I know your cousin Russ Arrington used to play at Penn Hills.
Yeah, and, that's Big Cuz.
Because is it true that you were going to be a Penn Hills Indian before North Hills Indian?
That is true. Either Penn Hills or Westinghouse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell him. Russ used to always tell me, like, Little Cuz was going to be wearing the gold.
My whole family went to Westinghouse.
Hold on, Var.
So that's the house on the map. That's crazy.
It would have been you, Damon Gibson, Mike White, Dwayne Thompson, Vic Strader, Lynn Gilmore. I would have moved you in the ranking. You'd have been out with a hill, man. No, that is not cool.
Hey, I knew it. I just had to ask you that, Var. I had to ask you that, man.
Wow. That's
crazy. Yeah, it's all good.
That would have been dirt.
Shout out to Russ Arrington,
that
man.
Would have been dirty,
this
man.
Signal is acting crazy, man. It sounds like.
But listen, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead.
R2D2.
Listen, when the lights go out every Thursday, check us out, please. 8 p.m. Make results, not excuses, or either one of our Facebook pages. We so blessed and honored and appreciative to have Coach Cal Murphy.
Love you, Cal.
A superhero of Pittsburgh, man.
Love you, man.
Man with no cape. Cal, I appreciate you. I love you. Var Arrington, the WPIL GOAT. Penn State legend. Hey, Var, just to let you know that the #1 linebacker out of New York just committed to Rutgers over Penn State, so I had to throw that in there, man. Just let you know that. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. You know, that's a Penn State elite in Rutgers, just so you know. Greg Schiano, that's a Penn Stater.
Yeah, he's a Penn Stater. I know that. Hey, don't be trying to pluck him after y'all fire James Franklin either. I know how y'all gonna go. Nah, he's staying home, man. No, listen.
We good, but I love him for y'all though.
He said Rutgers had football. Dang, come on, Demar. We making some noise. We'll be back, man. That's all. But listen, Var, Coach, man, thank y'all.
Hey, this thing
Appreciate
going crazy. Y'all be good. I love y'all, man. Y'all be
man,
good.
Love you too, man.
Love you too. Everybody out there.
I agree. All right.
Yeah,
All right,
Y'all
man.
be good.
thanks, brother.
Thanks, boy.
All
Bro.
Nah, everybody
got
out there.
Cal.
Yeah,
Cal.
he didn't go nowhere, man.
Cal, just look. Listen, man. We listen. We didn't said a lot of stuff on the show, bro. But I'm gonna tell you what. I know there's a lot of people that are watching the show that's not from Pittsburgh, man. But this brother if a lot of cities and towns had this guy that's on the that's on the right side of the screen, man. I'm telling you, you'll be well off, man, because this dude is powerful. And I love him to death. And
We love you, man.
There's not enough words
I love you, man.
to him, man. Explain about him, man.
Yeah, we working, yo.
Yeah, we
keep doing what
working.
you're doing. We keep working. Everybody who's out there, we appreciate all the comments, all the check-ins.
Right.
Listen, tell a friend to tell a friend. Keep passing this along. We just gonna keep bringing you more and more dope guests, man, in the future. I appreciate everybody checking in. If you on deck Saturday, 12 o'clock, we need you at Rankin Field.
Or donate,
because we still got a little bit more work to do, at least on the field, because we got a lot of work to do in the community.
And all proceeds are going to the field and stuff. So don't think that we ain't getting none of it.
I don't want your money. I want the field and everything to look right.
This for the babies, man. That's for the community, man.
Babies.
Yeah, it's for the babies, man.
But listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Another dope show when the lights go out. So listen, every Thursday, check in.
He'll be here. Fletch is moving to Pittsburgh.
Fletch is not moving to Pittsburgh. But listen, bro. See y'all next week. Peace. Oh, this
Tell y'all the life, man.
The lights go out, are you ready? Grab the wheel, it gets heavy. When the lights go out, are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady. When the lights go out, are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady. I'm glad for the worst, it's the gift and the curse. My lights are so bright like Sunday in church. On the field of the court, I was given a word. Of course, losing it hurts, but what is it really worth? When your lights go, you better take from the game like lipo. So when they cut the lights out, you can still watch it like your marks. Are you ready? Get set, go. Now you know when your lights go out. Are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady. When your lights go out, are you ready? Bow-legged flex. When your lights go out, are you ready?
Shout out to Penny.
Indian, Northville, Old Quad, East Quad, North, Keith Attack, and G-Sport. All right, gateway game. My first game. See y'all next.